He shoves a 2,000-degree molten object into his arm. 3 2-inch steel nails are hammered into his body. He even locks an iron collar around his neck with a 6-foot chain, tightening around his throat. As the suffocating sensation intensifies, his entire body gradually turns purple, because this is his only chance at survival and also the ultimate test of himself. But it all began during the recent Industrial Revolution era. Zombie-like creatures called Kabane suddenly appeared. They feed on humans and possess devastating strength. Their only weakness is their hearts, but it is protected by an iron cage, making them nearly impossible to kill with existing weapons. Even worse, once a human is bitten by a Kabane, the virus spreads to the brain within just 2 minutes, transforming them into man-eating monsters. At the Kabane's terrifying infection rate, zombie apocalypse erupted worldwide. The surviving humans built various fortified stations across the globe, powering behind high walls just trying to stay alive. All supply transportation relies on heavily armored steam trains like the one you see here, but even these steel beasts aren't completely safe. Every journey attracts hordes of Kabanes that climb onto the train. Their hardened bodies can even smash through steel plates. One careless moment and you're bitten. That's why at every station stop, all passengers must strip for inspection. Anyone found with bite marks is executed immediately on site. Our protagonist, Ikuma, is just a maintenance worker, but despite his ordinary status, he has a gift for invention. To avenge his dead sister, he spent years developing a piercing gun, capable of penetrating a Kabane's heart. Determined to personally destroy these monsters, the iron fortress that was supposed to arrive tomorrow showed up early at Ikuma's town. The samurai immediately began screening passengers while Ikuma went about his usual maintenance work. Just then, an injured man caused a commotion. Despite his desperate explanation that his wound wasn't from a Kabane bite, the terrified samurai wouldn't listen and raised their guns to execute him. At this critical moment, Ikuma stepped forward to stop them. Ikuma tried to convince the samurai to investigate properly, but they beat Ikuma severely and the man couldn't escape execution, though he truly wasn't a Kabane. In these apocalyptic times, no one dared to show mercy while Ikuma was thrown in jail for causing trouble. Meanwhile, rhythmic train whistles sounded outside the city. It was the Fusojo train scheduled to arrive tonight. The guards immediately lowered the drawbridge, unaware that a disaster had already arrived. No matter how many signal lights they flashed, the Fusojo showed no signs of slowing down. Only when it got closer did they realize the Fusojo had been overrun by Kabane, and these monsters had learned the humans' whistle signals. The horrified samurai rushed to raise the bridge, but it was too late. The train crashed through at full speed, crashing into the wall gate like what the colossal Titan did in Shiganshina. The violent explosion alerted everyone. Kabane rushed in, tearing into every human they could find. In the chaos, Ikuma pried open the lock and escaped from prison. He sprinted home where he grabbed his piercing gun. When a Kabane burst into the room, he used all his strength to aim the gun at the Kabane's heart. As the Kabane's heart was pierced through, Ikuma's hard work finally paid off. However, just as he was celebrating his invention, a sharp pain in his arm caught him off guard. Rolling up his sleeve, he discovered he'd been bitten by a Kabane.